Once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King with the new intro theme. I like it.
Yeah, boy. I'm like, oh, check this motherfucker out. He went to go to
Mhm.
Two Chains.
Yeah. Hey, we
Sitting
got to
dog
start
for.
doing some dance moves and shit, like
Oh, no,
whatever.
no, no, no,
Okay,
no.
never mind.
There you go. There you go.
20 years past your prime.
Back 20 years past his goddamn prime.
Two
The
dog from
hell with
B-Boy
y'all,
Camp.
man.
No, no, the hell with you.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Super villain. Your mama's favorite. Your grandmama's favorite. Your ancestors definitely their favorite. They love me.
Yeah.
Even their uncles.
Yeah. Uncle's goddamn.
I,
But
I
ladies and
can't
gentlemen,
judge who love me, man. I can't judge who love me.
See?
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh,
We got a great show for
Got
y'all
nothing to
tonight.
say.
Hopefully, y'all be entertained. Hope you have a good time hanging out with us. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers, how was their day? My main man, Conspiracy Brother, how was your day?
Oh, man, my day was pretty wonderful. Been doing some reading. That's about what my day consists of, a lot of reading.
oh, I do some.
Okay. I'm talking
Reading
about
some
man.
music,
Yeah,
Staying
reading is
business.
fundamental. Reading is fundamental. I'm not mad at you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. My main
Even in
man,
brain.
Pharaoh, how was your day, my brother?
Also, I did some reading as well, but this is my last day off from the little holiday. Monday I got to go back into the
Last day
job,
off.
but hey, man, good news. Good news.
Okay.
Subsidies have been approved for the next 3
Yep.
years.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just hopefully it can pass Orange Felon 47. So
Mm.
Yeah,
The
you
headless
know
horse.
that was a political move on their part because they
Oh,
already
Oh,
see
yeah.
if they didn't have to pass that, the midterms coming up, and they would have to go
That
to
still
the
don't matter.
go to the constituents to say, hey, this is why your insurance went up because we didn't do what we need to do. So we all know it's a political play. But Pharaoh, you're right. They did the right damn thing. They didn't think about the damn self this time around, and we only got 3 more years. God damn.
Ah,
God
don't hold
damn.
your breath, people. Don't hold your
Don't
breath.
hold
That's
your
all I
breath.
have to say.
It's like you got PCS to a station
Yeah.
you never want to go to.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, man, Tim Dog, man, how was your day, my brother?
It was a solemn one. Today was the funeral for my aunt and my wife's aunt and family. So it really choked me up because it started bringing back memories of the stepdad and
Oh yeah.
everything. But it was pretty good. It was really nice.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just like she wanted it, fast, short, and sweet, and it was done.
Yeah.
So
Funerals are one of the hardest things, man. You hate to see because you've seen a shell of the person that you knew and loved, and it's just a somber moment, man. I know I already told y'all the story about when my uncle passed. That was one of the funniest stories ever. Funniest funeral ever, man. They had a dude up there trying to sing. When that joker started singing, man, I just busted out laughing. They thought I was crying, but I was laughing because he was so goddamn horrible.
How you have a trash ass singer at a funeral, man? Come on.
Because
So
the
he was an
Lord
older,
don't judge talent.
he was an older gentleman, man. You know how to, where I'm from, the church, well, all churches have a little choir, but they have the senior choir.
Yeah.
And they had this guy, yeah, he was so damn
uh,
terrible, man. They thought I was crying, man. I was boo-hooed laughing.
You
I
was
said, my
crying
uncle
laughing.
could get out that goddamn casket. He's like, man, who the hell let this motherfucker say
Oh
goodbye
shit.
for you? That shit
Hey,
was so goddamn funny.
you better
Yeah,
not
that
be
was a
doing a solo.
geriatric choir.
yeah, it was. It was.
The
I ain't lying.
geriatric choir.
Yeah, they was old as hell. But ladies and gentlemen, as for me, man, my day went well. Another day down the drain, another day gone. Another day closer to retirement from this job. And hey, they
Yeah,
just don't
buddy.
know. One day I might wake up and like, hey, I'm out, deuces, and I'm gone. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, we got a great show for y'all today. Man, y'all been watching the news. This shit been
Mm.
the last couple of days been off the goddamn chain. The last week been off the goddamn chain. The new year started off. But now this young lady has lost her life because of ice.
No! No! Shame! Shame! Dramatic video purportedly shows the moment an ICE agent fatally opened fire on a woman in Minneapolis, who DHS says attempted to barrel her SUV into the path of an officer. As multiple angles of the incident have emerged and gone viral across the internet, users are left divided on whether or not the agent's actions were reckless or in self-defense. In the footage, ICE officers order the driver out of the vehicle after she blocked the path of their truck. But as one of the agents attempts to open the door, she quickly throws the car into reverse before trying to speed forward in the direction of another agent in her path. After the vehicle narrowly misses the agent, he fires 3 shots before the car crashes into a white sedan parked nearby on the side of the street. Hundreds of protesters have gathered at the scene, which the city of Minneapolis has identified as the intersection of East 34th Street and Portland Avenue.
This is f***ing ridiculous. You don't protect people.
In the wake of the viral incident, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem described the officers' actions as defensive and called the incident an act of domestic terrorism during a press conference.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased.
Democratic Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, however, furiously denounced this narrative in a passionate press conference of his own.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bull***, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
My man said, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. And he meant what he said there, goddamn conspiracy brother. So my first question, I don't know if you've seen the news. I know you be checking the news because you be reading all the goddamn time. That's probably your first time seeing that situation go down like that. But was it murder or self-defense in the shooting death of Renee Nicole Good?
That's a complicated situation right there. Because when a car can be considered a weapon, and when the guy he was kind of in front, so with her pulling off like that, it was almost kind of justified, but at the same time, you could have shot the tires out, you could have shot elsewhere. Yeah. So the act itself this is what happens when you just give people a gun and authority. Because shit, I was listening when I was at the gym. I was listening to the thing, and they offering like $50,000 signing bonus for ICE agents, and they like call it any training that you need. So they just taking motherfuckers off the street who wanted to carry a gun and who couldn't probably get on the police force, and now just the opportunity to gain some authority. And again, when you give untrained people mentally, emotionally, all this, and then you just sit them out in the streets, shit like this happens. So he needs to still be held accountable, even though her actions led to the whole situation. He still needs to be held accountable. It's a sad situation altogether.
Yeah, it's a very sad situation, man, because I think she's 37 years old. She leaves behind a young child. It's just one of those situations that you used to see. I hate to say it this way. Used to seeing somebody of color getting shot like that. Now it's a woman, a white woman getting killed. So now, they're trying to flip this narrative about domestic terrorism. And Farrell, what were your thoughts, man? Was it murder or self-defense, in your opinion?
It definitely is murder. I don't care what anybody says. There's no reason for that action. You shouldn't have gotten in front of the vehicle. People are just trying to protect their rights. And if you want to take the people's rights away, and you're going to act violently, what do you think the people around you are going to act violently? You know what I'm saying? Or how they're going to act. And regardless if she was blocking the road or not, nobody, we have the right for freedom of speech and freedom of assembly just like anybody else does. And for you to try to dictate that with your unlawful ways, he should be sent to jail. I mean, they need to have police out with them if they're going to do this. They shouldn't just
Police
go
ain't
into a
no
city.
better sometimes. Shit,
Well,
that ain't gonna
well,
help the
still,
situation.
I get that, but you have people that are along that have more. They're more trained than the people that with the ICE. I don't, as far as I'm concerned. And with that being said,
It's just a
they're
crazy
just trying to protect
situation.
their rights. I just
Yeah, yeah.
I don't now. I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna call out my supposed friend. I posted that same scenario, and the first comment was him talking about kill all protesters. Now, why would you say that?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
point?
Well,
What like what? Why are so? What if your children grows up and they're one of the
yeah.
protesters? Are you going to
Yeah.
still have the same thought process? You know, when
Yeah.
people make these comments, they don't really understand what's really happening, and everybody wants to have the freedom. You know, the freedom in the United States. I get that, but you're unlawfully, regardless if you considered a federal agent, to go in and just pull people off the street. That's lawlessness, and it
Yeah.
needs to be policed up.
Yeah.
Simple.
I totally agree with you, Pharaoh King. Just like D.L. Palm said, that was murder. They knew her
Yeah.
face and could have apprehended her later. Just like you said on Conspiracy Brother as well. And Pharaoh, man, you
Yes.
made a great point. I was reading a lot of those comments as well, and people are saying some of the most outlandish shit. And I say the same thing that you said. What if that was one of your family members? Would you want the
Yes.
police to be trained properly to do the right thing, or are you gonna be saying the same thing that we're saying, that this situation could have been handled a whole lot better? Tim Doe, what are your thoughts?
They showed the video of the cop who shot her. He was recording with his phone.
10-year
The
veteran,
whole
by the way,
Yeah.
military.
the whole time they were talking to
No,
her, she was smiling.
Tim Doe, one more time. You see, you must be reading my
I know.
notes.
I'm sorry. No,
No,
no.
you
I'm
must
just
be reading my
saying
notes.
that
I'm gonna
this.
play the video. No, I'm gonna play the video because I'm glad you brought it up. That's what I'm saying. You've been reading my notes, boy. You one of the brothers, boy. You
Uh,
be on it. That's why that's why I ain't trying to put you off, but
Get them
you brought it
goddamn
up.
glasses.
Play the video just in case you have a chance to see the video. Then I'm gonna come back to you, my brother. Okay.
all right.
We have some breaking news now out of Minneapolis. Right now, we are getting a new look at the ICE-involved shooting that killed a 37-year-old woman in an SUV, Renee Good. The video appears to be from the perspective of one of the ICE agents. Let's take a look.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Whoa!
Now, Tim Dog. Now you seen the whole video. That's from the cost perspective. Now you get back to what you were saying.
My thing is, if people were properly trained, and every law enforcement officer that I heard throughout every news agency except for Fox and that other national news, whatever, there are protocols and things you need to do. The woman wasn't a threat. If you perceive her as a threat, or the vehicle, okay, come on now. She didn't try to hit you. You know that. She wasn't going that fast until you shot her. So, and the one thing that really shocked me is when he shot her, did you see all the other agents just walk away? Nobody went to render aid. And then there was a doctor there saying he was a doctor, and they said, we don't care. So, I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's one of them situations, like you say, though. Somebody said they could render aid, and they told the person to step out in that situation, which is crazy. And I'm coming back to you, conspiracy brother, because they say the ICE agent that was in that situation that shot and killed her, he was in a similar situation when he got dragged before. So, do you think that was in the back of his mind? Say, hey, I'm not going to be dragged again. You understand what I'm saying in this type of situation, or he should have known better and be like everybody's saying, man, you can take the the license plates down and whatever, and we could catch her later on. Your thoughts on what I just said?
Oh well, I'm sure that took a part because that was probably traumatizing and for his experience. But at the same time, she still has to be held accountable for her actions. Again, what he did was wrong, but again, when you put a vehicle into play, that could be considered assault with a deadly weapon. So at the same time, even though
if that's the case, then why didn't the other officers shoot?
I can't speak to them. I'm just
there you go. There you go.
But I'm just speaking.
He shouldn't have been there. He still.
There's been people who've been shot in similar situations where they were using it. Because I was watching another video where a guy got in the car and the cop was holding on. He fell off and he started shooting at him. So again, in those situations,
that's not the same though. She didn't drag him or anything.
But as the
let him just comment out, man. You got to let him finish what he got to say, my brother. Go ahead.
As a civilian, you have to be cognizant of their power as well. You can't. You laugh, but in those situations, they have the power. They got the government on their side. They got the weapons, and the only thing you got is yourself against them. Because police, all of them, it's a big gang that is controlled by the government. All of it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, conspiracy brother. And just like D.L. Palm just said, and I'm coming to you, Ferris. He said she backed up, he stepped in front of the car. This whole thing could have been avoidable. They escalated the force. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely. Because
it could have been avoidable if she wouldn't have pulled out in front of him as well. You got to look at both sides.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to you on conspiracy brother. You get on Ferris in here. Go ahead.
No, because I'm gonna tell you now, if I know somebody has a vehicle and I know that I've been trampled on by somebody else's vehicle, I'd be damned if I get in front of one. So it can happen again. So it could have been avoidable by all means. You could, matter of fact, if you're supposed to be such a law enforcement, you need to know how to de-escalate the situation. And that's the problem that we have with these police. They don't know how to de-escalate anything. They come in, they go into people's houses at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're knocking on people's doors, they're asking them questions, they're cornering people. And when somebody gets cornered, what the hell do you do? It's a fight or flight moment. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to fight if somebody corners you. If you don't have a way to get out of there.
You know what I say?
It's always consequences, supervillain. That's beside the point. But if I'm sitting there and I have 5 or 6 people cornering me, guess what? I guess we're going to have to die together because I'm not going to let you take me.
That reminds me of the situation in Louisville when they had the no-knock and the young lady got killed and worked for the police department. And they no-knocked the door and the boyfriend started busting back because they busted in shooting. Yes. So he busted back shooting as well. I can understand both of y'all point on that situation, that the situation could have been avoidable, Tim Dog, but it wasn't. I mean, you're the one with the weapon. And I understand that you've been traumatized before, but this is the job that you sign up for. So you should be prepared to think, hey, maybe I should just do something differently than what he did. And just like conspiracy brother and you saying, we don't know what's going through a person's mind because he's not in that situation. But the job that you choose to get into is a dangerous job. Your thoughts?
My thing is, you have rules, regulation, protocols, and rules of engagement, whatever. When you're in a situation like that, what are your, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
The first thing isn't to shoot and kill the person. I mean, it's just common sense. And then what really hurts is that when he shot her, all the other guys, the agents, they retreated back. It's like, oh, I ain't got shit to do with this. And to me, that right there shows a lack of leadership, a lack of training, a lack of respect, a lack of dignity. And then the guy who shot her walks up to the truck and then walks away. Did he render any kind of aid or anything? No. Did he say, call a doctor, call an ambulance? No. And then you, without even knowing what the hell's going on, Christy Noel, she gonna sit up there and say domestic terrorists, and she tried to run him over. without even knowing what the hell was going on. And then once she said that, they're going to stick to it regardless. That's why they released that video of his, them videotaping it to try to prove that what she did. But see, it backfired.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up, Tyndall. Like I say, great minds think alike. Coming back to you, Supervillain, aka Conspiracy Brother. I want to get your thoughts on why the Trump administration trying so hard to change the narrative on this shooting as a form of domestic terrorism.
That's an interesting take that they have on that, because that's a regular situation. To me, that's a comment that may come back to bite them in the ass.
It already has.
There's no domestic terrorism in that whole situation. That's just like somebody got pulled over. You know, that consider every situation like that would be considered domestic terrorism. I just think they're trying to make it something bigger. So to make it seem like it was more justified if they say domestic terrorism, because people are scared of that terrorism word. So maybe if they say that, people be like, oh, okay, well, but people are much smarter than that. You can see, clearly it wasn't. Like I said, she wasn't intentionally trying to hit the man. He was in the way she pulled off. That's just a stupid assessment of the situation. She's not a smart young lady.
But like they say though, the situation, when you get in a situation like that, it could escalate very fast. Going from a nice, easy we having a conversation or we having a disagreement, Pharaoh, to something blown out of proportion so fast. But then you got the president of the United States basically saying the same thing. That's where it started at. That's when the ball started rolling about, this situation against the ICE agent. And, their favorite thing to say is they was only doing their job. They're trying to do their job. That went from him to J.D. Vance to Kristi Noem on Pharaoh King. And they seem to be sticking to the same strip. But same question, why are they trying to change this narrative to domestic violence, to domestic terrorism? My bad.
Yeah. Let's go back to, why don't they consider this domestic terrorism when the Baltimore cop tried to run that person over?
Yeah.
He actually used his vehicle to try to run that man over.
Yeah.
So what is the difference? Right? Nobody's going to say nothing about that. But then all of a sudden the ICE agent who's not trained or whatever the case is, that's supposed to have PTSD from getting ran over, why did you have your dumb ass? I've never seen a police officer stand in front of a vehicle before. They always stand to the side, to the back, whatever corner, to keep that from happening. So I want them to go back and look at the Baltimore police officer and charge him with domestic terrorism if that's what they want to say this is.
Yeah. And Tim Dog, I want you to answer that question as well. But as you can see, they already say that he has basically immunity from the situation, that he's probably that he's probably not going to face any type of criminal charges. So I want you to answer about how they flipping it and what potential criminal or civil lawsuit might arise from this case, and what legal standard will be used to determine the outcome.
Well, the FBI took over, total control, don't want the state of Minnesota doing anything. That's part of the cover up.
Yeah.
And the reason why
doing it.
There you go. But also, he doesn't want congressional oversight over this, because there will be, regardless of what's going on, there will be. And what they're going to look at is, who is this person? What kind of training did this person get? Are they qualified to do that? Their background? And you don't want nobody poking around in there.
Yeah.
And if I were witnesses in Minnesota, I say, I'm not talking to you, FBI. I'm talking to the state police. What they going to do? Arrest you for not giving out information? I don't know shit.
Right.
So this going to come back and really hurt the administration, because there's already scrutiny about the ICE agents, and we said it on this show. Eventually, they going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
We said that. Now that it happened, now he wants to try and cover it up and blame it on her. so that everybody can, point the finger at her. Because the first thing he did was blast the woman, didn't even know her on
Yeah,
social media.
yeah, yeah.
And
You
then
know,
it's
can
just
I say
crazy.
this?
I'm
Can I
sorry.
say this quick? No,
Yeah.
no. I want to say this quick. Like we say this on the show that they're gonna end up killing somebody, but if they had to kill an immigrant, it would have been okay. But they killed
Oh,
a
yes.
U.S. citizen, and that's the part right there.
Hmm.
I
A
think that's
white
the backlash
U.S. citizen.
citizen. Yeah, and that's the part, the backlash they're going to get. And coming back to you,
Hmm.
brother, D.L. Palm is on it tonight, and
That's
I
my
want you
man
to answer.
Dante. That's my
Yeah,
commander fan.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's on it, man. I want you to answer
Yeah.
what he said. He said it seems to be that they're setting a baseline to put in control measures to police. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying,
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
police us as citizens. Do you see that as the same thing, or you see something totally different, conspiracy brother?
Nah, I wouldn't say that because again, she placed herself in that situation. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's not
Uh-huh.
like and see that's the difficult thing about the situation. She
I
put
guess what I'm
herself
saying. I guess what I'm
into
saying,
the
Christian brother.
situation.
No, I
Hmm.
understand. I guess what I'm saying is the narrative of them saying this is domestic terrorism. That's what I guess what he's trying to say. That they're using that angle to point it at. If anything that's happened to a
Hmm.
federal agent, you know, good or bad, no bad, it's going to be domestic terrorism.
And
And
by they controlling the
that's what I'm trying-
DOJ, they're the ones who make the rules and can say what you what.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I'm
Now,
not trying
but
to
with
say
them,
what you're about to say, but I
with,
think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
hey,
with
but
them making
supervillain,
rules,
you do know this is not the first time someone used their car to block them and then drove away. You do know that, right?
so maybe they told them if people. Then that's the thing. If this is
Doesn't
something that's
matter.
been
Doesn't matter.
consistent, they told
Consistency.
them,
It's not,
No, you gotta let him
but it's
finish,
not.
man. You asking the question,
you
man.
just said that this ain't the first time that somebody has used their car,
Thank
so
you.
they
Hmm.
may have been an internal memo going out about situations like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a
Saying,
lot of
don't get
things
your ass
that,
killed.
that we don't that we don't know.
Yeah.
But as far as the domestic terrorist situation, I don't think that shit gonna float
Mm-mm.
too far because
Mm-mm.
it's not. It's not like she
Mm-mm.
was carrying no
Mm-mm.
bomb, putting out threats. She just was wrong place, wrong
Mm-mm.
time, made a bad choice. It cost her life, and
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough to justify people, coming down on the citizens as some kind of army, a citizens army or some shit like that to prevent us from living life. I just, like I said, this is just a bad situation, and on all parts, her part, the officer's part, everybody that was in this situation played a role into this situation being what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you also saw that once it happened, the ICE agents left, the local law enforcement came in, and when everything was over, they walked away. People were throwing snowballs and everything. They did nothing because they knew they was upset. Now, you trying to tell me there one set of rules for federal officers and another set of rules for state officers?
Well, that's the difference between state and federal. They have different
No.
rules. That's just
I
what
would
do you
say
mean?
no.
No,
Right now
there's
they do. Right now they do.
I would say, they basically got immunity. We seen that cops have total
No,
immunity.
they don't have total immunity when it comes to something like this as far as murder. I mean, and without an investigation, that's the first thing they said without even doing
I got
anything.
you,
He got
Tim Dog,
total immunity.
Tim Dog,
And that
but
puts the mind of every other officer out there that they can do this and shoot somebody, and then you really gonna have a problem.
Tim Dog, what I'm trying to say is when you see an officer shooting, 9 times out of 10, the officer does not go to jail unless it's really egregious. That's the only
And
time that you will see.
but what's the
I'm being
first thing
honest.
they do though?
No,
But
but
what's
what
the
I'm
first
trying
thing they do? Take the weapon, put them on administrative
I
duties.
got that, Tim. But what I'm trying to say is that it's basically they give them the benefit of the doubt. Whether you a local police or you federal police, they're gonna get the benefit of the goddamn doubt, unless there's something that's totally egregious. I'm missing the word.
A grievous. A
Yeah.
grievous.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm trying to say is they will get the benefit of the doubt before anybody else. Law enforcement is like that. What they call it, the blue wall or whatever. The blue wall of silence. That's what it's
Well,
called. We saw what we saw, but now the president of the United States trying to pull a wool over your eye, tell you that you didn't see what you saw. This was a domestic situation, and this is where we are at right now in the U.S. But Pharaoh, I'm coming to you, man. My man Jesse Ventura, he used to be the governor of
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
and he
I
had
heard what
something
he
to
said.
say. He had something to say
Yeah.
about this situation, and I want to get your thoughts on this.
Your thoughts? I know we're jumping in, probably doubling up on some of his questions, but what are some of your thoughts about what unfolded yesterday, and then after that, what you saw?
Well, I've told you already. We're a country of the Constitution. We have leadership now that has destroyed the Constitution. They don't follow it. They could care less about it. Am I right or wrong? I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party is a domestic enemy to our Constitution. I can't get any bolder than that, can I? You want to know something? I'll give you a quote. We're a third world country now. You want to know why? I'm an expert. I've been to them. I spent 17 months in Southeast Asia while the draft dodger was playing golf, right? You know how I know we're a third world country? Because in third world countries, they have the military doing their police work in the cities when you walk around. In comes the military. That's what's happening here. And people better wake up to it. You want to read something? Then read your history of Germany and start comparing the tactics of what happened in 1930s Germany to what's happening here. Read history. You'll learn from history.
Learn from history, they Pharaoh King, and he was dropping dimes, he was dropping jewels. So
Absolutely.
was he speaking the truth, or on how the U.S. government? I messed the question up. He's speaking the truth about us being a third world country and the way that this government is basically patrolling our cities.
So yeah, everybody here, if you don't say yes, that you can that you don't agree with him. I mean, if you say no, you don't agree with him, something's wrong, because he is telling the absolute truth. Right now in the Philippines, they got people on every corner. The military is on every corner in the cities. In my wife's hometown, they got military there. The Thai military that came in and bombed their hometown. You got Burma that's going on. That's have a civil war that's going on right now that nobody talks about. His history with Germany, 1,000% spot on. Him being a Navy SEAL, knowing what he's talking about, absolutely. He actually ran for governor so he could stop this type of this business. So
He was governor.
Mhm. Yeah, he
Jesse
was.
Ventura is a person that is knowledgeable about what he's talking about while he wrestled. So, with that being said, he's telling the truth. Y'all better wake the hell up, or we're gonna have people on the corner like you see in these movies, like iRobot and shit, and we're not gonna have our own. What was that movie? What's the movie that just came out where the kids had to walk?
The
Kids had
last
to walk and
mile
they
or
would
some
shoot.
shit. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, they was walking. It was killing them if whatever. That's the type of society. If that's how you want your children to grow up, keep voting the way you do, people.
Yeah, and that situation that he's talking about, Tim Dog, is one of the situations that we already got the ICE agent with the mask on. That just like the Nazis, but the Nazis didn't put the mask on; they just had the armband. But that's why he brought up Germany, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to take out the news agency. They're trying to make everything the way that Donald Trump want the world to be portrayed out of his eyes. So we gonna get out the people
Well,
that's
with
going to
art,
bring
with
the same.
literature, with everything.
Yep.
Same. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So Tendell, what's your thoughts on what Jesse Ventura just said?
Um, the Republican Party knows this. They speak about it behind closed door, but they won't say anything out in public. It's not the first time people then compared him to Hitler and trying to take over the country. And you can obviously see it. Everyone talks about it, everyone knows it. But who's going to do anything about it right now? He knows that nobody's going to do anything. So he keeps pushing that envelope and keep doing what he's doing. Now, the Senate just passed a bill for the Wars Powers Act so that Felon 47 can't go into Venezuela on a military invasion. But even if it becomes law, who has to sign it?
Yeah, he says he's going to
Become law.
veto it anyway. He says he's going to
Yeah.
veto it. He's already said he's going to
hmm
veto it. Yeah.
because he wants that power.
Yeah.
So if you can't get a law in because of a president, then you need to put that out there to the people. This is what's going on. First, it was, getting rid of the people who would hold him accountable, all of the
Yeah.
oversight committees, all of the censors people. Then get somebody in the FCC who can control what you hear, what you say, and punish those who don't put out what you want.
That is true.
And now he's going there bullying other countries, but he thinks that he can take on the whole world, but he forgot Europe. Yeah, they may be a big old bunch of countries, but together they'll whoop his ass.
Yeah,
Well,
it's one of them
that's the
situations.
reason why it took more than one country to defeat Germany.
Yeah.
All right, so the America, we're already
See, he
stretching now.
doesn't know history. He doesn't care about it. All he cares
And that's
about,
the
he's
key.
avaricious. He's
Hey, what did
avaricious.
Dante say, man?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
Dante say?
let me get conspiracy brother in there. I'm gonna get conspiracy brother back in there, because the fact of the matter is, I know you been talking about this new world order for a long goddamn time. You be
I'd like
dropping
to see
jewels.
that.
Yeah, but do you see basically the new world order that Trump is trying to create with this type of situation, basically trying to move the narrative to the way that he want people to think? And was Jesse Ventura right in what he said?
Well, I already told y'all the new agenda is to make people angry versus putting people in fear
Yeah.
now. Because lately
Yeah.
everything has got people, they doing shit to get people riled up. So that's the new agenda, is anger over fear.
Yeah.
And
Turn on each other.
And Jesse Ventura, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I don't see it being a third world country. The ICE doesn't have the power of the military at this point.
Yeah.
I don't see. Tim, you could tweet your face up when you seen ICE.
Say what?
I think
Yeah.
I think more so
That's
it's
the
been
point I'm making. It's not. It's right now. It's isolated. But if things continue to go this way and people don't stand up for what's right, which people are doing, and like I said, I always put my faith in the people of this country over the politicians and the politics of this country to get shit right.
I would say
You're
that
right about that.
Going that way,
I
because
would say
again,
that
if shit go that way, it's going to be more of a civil war.
Yeah.
Versus, and I don't even think people in the military would, or police force would buy into certain things, because most of them know right from wrong. Even though there's a lot of dumb fucks that do shit like we just saw, there's still
but you saw
more that
what the governor
Hold on,
did.
Tim.
I'm
there's
sorry.
more
I'm just
people
trying to comment with the brother, man.
that have common
Hey.
sense to protect what's right versus just going with orders. Because at a certain point, them orders ain't gonna be shit when it come down to the shit getting, nitty gritty.
Yeah.
That's why that's why the governor said that he wants his the National Guard to resist ICE, and he already activated them. So
got my ticket.
Yeah, and the thing that I'm going to say about this, so we can close it out, is that I agree with Jesse said there, Pharaoh, and I want you to your rebuttal to what I said. I agree with what he said. He went to the extreme calling it a third world country, but you can see that Donald Trump is laying the groundwork on what he's talking about. Am I wrong? No, I'm seeing something totally different.
So the reason he's calling it third world, guys, in my eyes, the way that I'm perceiving it is the track record that has been set where he's been. Okay,
that's what I'm talking
we're
about.
not saying it's a third world now. He's basically letting you know that's what it can. This is what this country can become. We're already behind in education. We're already behind in technology. We're already behind in transportation. Our cities are like freaking places out of the freaking apocalypse. You go anywhere outside of the United States, everything is built up. Everything has even Malaysia got nice cities. Singapore got nice cities. The United States don't even have a high speed rail
super
system.
highway.
No, the rail system. High
speed.
Yeah, train, rail system. Like, why are we still on the goddamn Amtrak? You see what I'm saying? And they don't even service the major cities. So my point to you, what he's saying is, third world country, we're behind in everything that's going on, but the focus is invading countries to fatten other people's pockets, fuck up the healthcare so America can become, or United States can become some disease-ridden ass, poor ass people while they live well. We've seen these movies before.
That's the history of this country. Ain't shit changed.
Yeah.
Ain't shit changed from the way this country been run. Hell, it's the same. Been the same history repeating itself, just in a different
and that's
form.
what I'm saying. So he's just pointing out he's been there where those countries were shit, and they're starting to prosper from the United States. Those people come here, get education, take it back to their countries, and however they use their money. But there seems to be a progression in these third world countries where the United States is falling behind.
Yeah,
this country was built for workers.
It became workers with Rockefeller. I agree with you on that. That's not debate. I agree with you on that.
The country is basically based on invading other countries, and Donald Trump.
Foreign policy has been number one.
We're gonna get that all.
And he went, he went that.
You gotta slap the mic over when you say it.
Nicolas Maduro and his wife arrived on U.S. soil Saturday evening, where they will face federal charges in New York related to drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. President Trump shared this picture after Maduro was captured by an elite military team overnight in what the administration is calling Operation Absolute Resolve.
Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault.
The president detailed the military action from Mar-a-Lago Saturday afternoon, hours after the overnight strike on Venezuela. The operation targeted military facilities and involved more than 150 U.S. aircraft and follows months of military buildup in the Caribbean. President Trump also says the U.S. will run the country until a safer and proper transition can occur, without specifying exactly how that will work.
Well, they always say boots on the ground. So we're not afraid of boots on the ground.
Are you concerned that bad elements of the Maduro regime will remain in place?
Well, we know who they are. We're on them. And they're acting much differently now than they would have acted 2 days ago.
The Trump administration is defending its decision not to notify Congress ahead of the strike, but Democratic lawmakers are blasting the move and questioning what comes next.
Yes, Maduro is illegitimate. A lot of leaders are illegitimate in the world, thinking you can simply reach in like we're playing some game of Risk and remove them and then wash your hands of it and everything's fine. Well, we've learned that that's just not the way it plays out most of the time.
Venezuela's vice president insists Maduro remains the leader, calling the U.S. action a violation.
And before we get into what you said on Conspiracy Brother, Donald Trump, I saw this shit, man, had me dying laughing. After the invasion, Donald Trump had to let them motherfuckers know this is America.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Won't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. My area? I got the strap. I gotta carry him. Yeah, I'ma go into this. Yeah, this is gorilla. Yeah, I'ma go get the bag. Yeah, or I'ma get the pad. Yeah, I'm so cold like, yeah. I'm so dull like, yeah. Woo. We gon' blow like, yeah. Straight up.
Yeah, that shit had me dying laughing.
I hate AI. I swear to God, I hate AI.
I see that shit now.
Yeah. I was like, man, I hate AI, man.
But to get back to shit,
that
killed me.
Conspiracy Brother, man. What was your first thought if you was watching the news when you heard that the U.S. attacked Venezuela and captured their president Maduro and his wife?
It's the new George Bush, baby. Just doing it a different way. Yeah. So he going straight after the source to get what he want.
Yeah.
That's all this is. It's the Bush 2026 maneuver. He
tried to kill my dad.
He's trying to risk fewer lives than Bush did. Bush was out there with his military buddies causing war to get his military buddies all these contracts. Trump just said, "Fuck it, I want the oil, and I'm coming to get what I want," and that's what it is. He's a tyrant, man. He gonna do what he got to do.
Yeah, Trump basically said to him all day, "Hey, this is America."
Don't catch you slipping on.
Hey, he was dancing the hell out them damn oil drums. He was slipping on the oil drums.
Fucking AI.
I hate AI, man. I hate AI, man.
Oh man.
But they didn't get the body right. We all know he ain't that damn skinny.
Yeah. Man, what was your first thought when you heard of this situation? And a two-part of that question is, do you agree with what Conspiracy Brothers say, that this is all about their goddamn vast reserve of oil? That's why we're doing what we're doing.
And it's all about his ego. He wants to be the president that done everything. Think about it. Why would the hell would you put your name on somebody else's memorial? True. I mean, that's just stupid. That's all about ego, all about his impression. About
you put your name first, too, Tim Dog. He put his name first. Yeah. Like, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Because he couldn't get the other letters off. He had to put it above it.
Go ahead,
no,
Tim,
but the thing that everyone should be worried about is that the first thing he said was Mexico, Colombia, and all these. Now he's talking about Greenland. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Why are you acting like Putin?
Yeah.
You know, the United States is not a country going out there threatening country, telling them, "Oh, we'll whoop your ass." But see, he failed to realize is that this is just one small ass country in this big ass world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he going out there threatening everyone, talking about, "Oh, we'll cut this, cut that," okay. If everybody cuts everything to the United States, then what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know,
and it's about accountability. Why the hell? If this was a Democratic president doing shit like this,
if this was Obama,
oh my Lord! But it's like the Republicans. They just. I'm not saying scared. I guess that's why they're not being reelected. They saying, you know what, fuck this. He fucking it up. I'm trying to get out while I can. But that's the wrong answer. If you see wrong, say something. Don't do nothing and hope it goes away.
Say it. You in a position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do something. Don't instead of doing nothing. And right now they saying something. They saying something in private, but they're not speaking out to the public about it.
Donald Trump got the taste. That's why he do what he want to do, man. Y'all think bullshit.
Yo, yeah, you right. You right about that.
Before I come to you, Pharaoh, and I like to give credit which credit is due. Conspiracy Brother, he been saying this for a long time. You know, they try to get you all. They always get you up in arms for you to get mad at stuff, but then they do different things to get their agenda basically passed. And we all know that. I think they say it's a bunch of Republicans not going to be running in the midterms. They're dipping out because they know that in history, you're going to be judged by what you didn't do. So they're trying to get the hell out before the damn ship goes down. I want you to answer that Venezuelan part as well, Pharaoh, but I want you to talk about your boy. Tim Dawg brought it up about Greenland. And this is what Trump had to say about what he's going to do, or better yet, what he's not going to pay to the people of Greenland.
And the policy question, how much money are you thinking of giving people in Greenland to get them on board with a possible U.S.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor.
That's what Donald Trump is. Isn't Alaska? We bought Alaska from Russia, and if you're in Alaska, you can look over into Russia. If I'm wrong, Pharaoh,
crossover. You can cross over at certain times.
That's what I try to say. So Russia's already our goddamn neighbor, but I'm just saying, I'm not the distant neighbor. I'm not the sharpest tool in the toolbox, but I do know that we got Alaska from Russia. And I know you can stand some part of Alaska and look over into Russia, so they're already our neighbors. But go ahead, Pharaoh, man.
Man, I ain't worried about him and Greenland, because if he fuck with Greenland, it's going to be a whole different problem. And they already the thing about Greenland, they already give us a lot of the stuff. We already have
Out of the
businesses with them.
minerals, yeah.
Yeah, we already have that from them. But regardless of that, man, when it comes to Venezuela and with the oil, once again, it's this is a ploy to get off the Epstein files. I don't know why people keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
We're not done with that. They need to take, put that back on the top burner or whatever the case is. But Russia's already in
Put it
the
back on the
doggone
menu.
sea.
Say, put it back on the menu.
You better put it back on top of the top burner, the highest burner, whatever the thing is. I don't care. But with that being said, Russia's already, they got people already, transporting their oil to wherever. So in their international waters, they can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you keep messing around, that damn Hunt for Red October shit gonna pop up out the water.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be in some trouble.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
you're right.
you already got the United States spread thin. People are getting out. You don't have the force that you used to have. People don't care. People rather smoke weed than goddamn join the military now. So you ain't gonna get nobody. No, you know what I'm saying? People are trying to find the ways out. You do not have the fighting force you used to have to go and sit here and say, we need, like JD Vance bitch ass talking about your precious children. Put your kid in there. Put your child in there. If you want to send them to war, boots on the ground, just like Jesse Ventura said, 5-time draft dodger. How the hell you gonna talk about we gonna put boots on the ground when your fat ass can't even do it, or never did, or never tried?
And I'm glad you said that, Pharaoh. And I'm gonna ask everybody this question so we close this part of what we talking about out. They keep saying boots on the ground, and Donald Trump even said it before when he talking about Venezuela on conspiracy brother. I'm taking out. Better yet, I'm not saying that we will not put boots on the ground. And that's what I think a lot of these Republicans and MAGAs don't realize is that, and some Democrats, I'm not going to just say them, is that when they do those type of situations, it's your kids, your young men and women that's going to be losing their lives for a situation. And you voted for this person to send your kids into war. And when Donald Trump said, when he came in when he was running to be reelected, he said that I'm not going to start no new wars. I'm not going to put our soldiers in danger. I'm not going to put our soldiers in danger. And it hasn't even been a goddamn year yet. Because what is January the 20th, I think, is when he took office. It haven't even been a year yet. And he's basically saying that boots on the ground is not, I thought it was a hit song, but he basically saying boots on the ground.
That's a walk dance, man.
My mind to put your service members, young men and women, in harm's way. Your thoughts
for
on
their
that?
Pockets, not nobody else.
Yeah,
not anybody
your thoughts
else.
on that angle on conspiracy brother, aka super villain.
Again, this is the same. It's history repeating itself, just in a different format. It's the same shit we dealt with Bush, and it's the same shit we dealing with now. It's nothing different than what's always been going on. All these wars have been for the benefit of rich people's pockets. Every war that we've been in is because rich people wanted something that they couldn't have. So,
except for World War II,
they got access to the government.
No, that's
that
had a lot to do with us too. World War II had a lot to do with us, especially.
And again, it's all
let conspiracy brother finish his thought. Let conspiracy brother finish his thought.
It all boils down to business, man. This shit ain't no. It's business. That's what all this shit is about. Is business. At the end of the day, they give a fuck about lives. They want their money, and they say, hey, these people signed up, so we're gonna send them, which is very fucked up. But at the end of the day, that's what we're dealing with, and that's what we've always dealt with the leadership of this country. These people in power want more money, and they're willing to risk the lives of the people that live here and want to protect this country for the right reasons, but they don't give a fuck about that. Not at all. They don't.
Yeah, and that's the sad part, Pharaoh, is that it's our young men and women, and we all serve. Like I said, I've been blessed. I've never been into any type of operations. I've always been CONUS. Never did anything outside of CONUS. So, I could say that I never lived a life like some of my friends that have been to Iraq, Afghanistan. Like I told y'all, I lost a cousin in Afghanistan. My cousin was blown up in Afghanistan. He was able to survive. So I lost my first cousin, my cousin David Thomas, rest in peace, my brother. Lost him in Afghanistan. My cousin Gary got blown up in Afghanistan. So you hear these, it hit home. It hit home when you hear him say that I'm not taking boots off the ground off the table, because it's not going to be his kids that's going to be on the front line. Farrell, your thoughts?
There's no thoughts. You said it. There's no thoughts about that.
God damn, boy, bullshit. Well, Tim Dog got something to say. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
But I mean, it isn't. I mean, it sucks. It sucks. It's no thought process. We, like you said before, we all join. Some of us been there. Some of us haven't. We all know somebody who has or hasn't either, died for the cause or whatever.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, most of the times when we go do things, we say we're here for our brother next to us. We never saying we fighting for the country. We're saying we fighting for that guy next to us. We know the job that we were trained for. Now, I have heard some people join them on the infantry that said, I want to go kill somebody.
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
you know what? I'm glad you did. It's just like somebody want to go out there and mess with alligators and shit. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
I told y'all that story. I told that story, man. We put my battle buddy when I was in the recruiter. He put in a guy. He was a lawyer in New York City, and he came in, and the guy was like, my boy Harvey was like, hey, we could put you in the JAG, and he told him, if I want to stay in the, if I still want to be a lawyer, I stay out here. He said, I want to be an infantry officer. So he already knew what he wants to do.
Right.
And I told a lot of people that too, because a lot of brothers, they think that when they join the military as a recruiter, oh, you gonna put them on the front line. I told them straight up, no, we got people that walk in here and they will tell you, I want to be an infantryman.
Right. Well, no, Pat Tillman.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. He went in because of
So I mean, with that being said, that's fine if you want to join. But if you're going to join, at least know what you're joining for, not because somebody said or gave you the wrong information. And I do believe in defending this country, but unfortunately, like Supervillain said, those jokers don't give a shit about us. Hell, we got a problem with the VA now. The VA don't even want to take care of us. Why do we have outside entities trying to take care of the veterans when we have a sole cabinet for taking care of us?
And only thing I'm gonna push back, Farrell, I don't think that they don't want to take care of it because of this administration telling them they're trying to cut and all this. I think that's part of the problem.
Listen, they made movies about how the VA treated us, man.
That's true too.
Yeah,
that's true.
So yeah, we're better than we used to be, but we damn sure better than the Vietnam veterans.
That is true.
So
Tim Dog,
take it for what it is.
I got Tim Dog. You got anything you want to say before we close it out?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing real quick about what Farrell was saying about Obama and the VA. Now, the VA was terrible, and the VA was, they had long wait periods for appointments and stuff. But when Obama came in, he dedicated monies and funds to the VA to help out with this situation. Once again,
you ever seen that picture? I'd be to catch you up. You ever see that picture? They show the veterans at the VA. He checks in. And then they come back and check with him about 6 months later. He a skeleton. He done died.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. But see, that's why Obama. But when Felon 45 came in, he took all those funds away from the VA that was helping up. So soldiers were grateful. And now this time, you already saw what he did. U.S. aid and all that stuff, those services, he took it away. But once again, it's about a man who doesn't know the value of being in the military or the respect because he never did. He's been a dodger. That's why he doesn't care about going to war, because it's not his kids. It's not something that he would do because he don't give a fuck about, as he called them, basement dwellers and their families. So he using them, their idiocracy, to achieve his agenda. And he says, and the thing is, he knows he has mind control over these people because he knows that they uneducated, and those who are educated, who used to follow him, now they see how he is, and he knows he's losing control. That's why he's out of control with threatening all these countries without any repercussions that's going to happen to him. But he underestimates the people of America, because before this incident in Minnesota, the first thing he tried to, like we say, pin this woman as the devil. But people saw, and then he put the video out and it backfired on him. But once again, this is a president who will not back down, he's going to double down, if not anything. But the one thing that people need to ask is, who is this person with that back? But my
All we
point
need is
is,
one viewer. All we
yeah,
need,
right.
hold on. Who this
I'm
person? All
sorry.
we need is one. All we need is one viewer. It's not
We
about the
appreciate
view.
you.
It's not
Yeah.
about. It's not about the view. It's
Mhm.
about us expressing our opinion, and that's
Yeah.
what it boils down to. And see, hold on, fellas, hold on. This because whoever this person done pissed me off. I don't give a damn about the one viewer. We are here expressing our views. So
Yeah.
we didn't we like you to respond and say what you got to say, but this is our whether you get one view or not, we expressing our opinions, and this is America, Jack, and that's what
Actually,
we
we
want.
don't even want your opinion because you already criticized something you don't know. Bye.
Exactly.
Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Thank
you. What say? Stage left. Stage right. Just keep it
I
up.
digress. But we all see what's going on here, and he's playing on people's intelligence, and all this is going to come back in the end. And you're right there, supervillain. You said this before. Let's watch the show. And now people are starting to realize what kind of an asshole he is. And this incident alone just proves. And you're going to have your diehards. You're going to have people that's going to support him, but those people are far and few in between, but those who really want to get him out, like 34%, 33% is his popularity. So
exactly, man. But hold up before we go to our last topic, before we go to our after show, so we can have some goddamn fun. He done pissed me the fuck off. Whoever this motherfucker is. It's a
fuck
thing
Zelma. They don't have a life. That's why they're coming on here trying to catfish somebody.
It's the thing. It's the thing that I realize is that everybody has an opinion, but some people are scared to express their opinion because they are afraid of what people are going to say about them. That's not us. We get on here every Friday night. Whether you got one view, we don't have any views. We get on here and we have a conversation about what we see going on in the world. But it's people like you. It's people like you. What's wrong with America? It's people like you, probably a Trump supporter that believes all the goddamn lies. And what it boils down to is the fact that we are expressing our opinion. What are you doing?
This is America. We have it.
All you doing is
That's all right.
Yeah.
And leave Zelma alone because motherfucker watching regardless.
We got one view, we got yours, but we don't want it. Bye, Zelma.
Let the motherfucker say shit. You want
Stop picking your nose.
I don't give a shit.
I bet you. How many friends do you have? Like our viewers? One.
Exactly. But that was we're not doing it for the views. We're doing it because we want to express our opinion, and we're doing it because we like the fellowship that we have amongst each other. And that's what you realize. Fellas, got one more topic before we go to our after show, man. This shit, man, is going viral. And coming to you, Conspiracy Brother, again, this is why.
Ordinarily, a gown like this could get you on the best dressed list. It's eye-popping and shows off lots of curves. But the woman happens to be the wife of a prominent pastor. And that has people asking, is it too much for someone in her position? Dr. Carrie Turner Bryant is married to Atlanta pastor and activist Jamal Bryant. Her black lace and strapless gown gave the illusion that it was sheer, but it had a nude lining. She wore it at a fundraising event. The outfit is blowing up on the internet with thousands of comments, both pro and con. You look absolutely amazing. That dress is beautiful on you. Love the dress. The noise about the dress got so loud on New Year's Eve, Pastor Bryant talked about it from the pulpit at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Atlanta.
I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me.
His wife is in the pulpit wearing an orange dress, listening to her husband's fiery words. She posted to Instagram, "Thank you, not just for me, but for every woman who has experienced what I continue to walk through."
Conspiracy Brother, was Pastor Bryant wrong in his choice of the outfit he bought for his wife?
Hell no, she look good. Motherfucker. What on that? Smash.
Right.
Yeah, Juan, where you at?
Right.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with religion, man. People want to judge people. It's you free to do what you want just because if you look good, ain't like her ain't like you can see her nipples and it was a nude, the material was see-through. Her skin tone matched it perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, it looked good on her. I don't see no problem with it. Just because you're in a church, you supposed freedom. This is what we come to this country. This is what we in this world for us to have the freedom to do what we want to do. And like I said, she looked good. I don't see no problem with it.
Yeah, we know you trolling, man, but thank you for tuning in, though. Make sure you subscribe too. We need you as a subscriber.
Our only one view. We appreciate your shit. Keep trolling, goddammit.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what, Zelda? Because I'm about to get in that ass. So I'm like, man, what the fuck you talking about? You got gamer shit on you.
Not
No,
Zelda.
but you are.
He saw that dress like,
Zelda.
He saw that dress like,
to a
okay,
game.
maybe I'll stay for a little longer.
Yeah.
No, you messed with the wrong people. Sorry, Zelda.
Yeah. So man.
But yeah,
what
man,
was Pastor Bryant wrong?
People in religion.
What was he wrong for that choice that he bought for his wife? Or you like conspiracy brother? They tell you all churches come as you are, and he went out there, he bought his wife that dress. Your thoughts?
I thought that was she wore that dress to some type of event, not the church.
Yeah, no, it was an event.
It was a
Yeah, it wasn't the church.
They raised $4 million for the Negro College Fund. I believe that's what it was.
Okay, so is that an event? It didn't go to church. And
no,
the only problem I had was maybe she could have had like maybe a better wig, but other than that, she was straight.
Wig body.
It ain't my wife.
You looking at the wrong goddamn thing. You worry about a goddamn wig.
Hey, it starts from the head down, baby. I'm just saying.
It ain't his wife.
It's a mega church. I would never participate in a mega church because that's the type of nonsense that we see mega churches always talking about. It's always something. I got this plane. I got this car. Whatever. Whatever. Who cares? Ain't got shit to do. Man, don't you got a job or something?
He was coming in.
See, Zelma?
It was cuz.
No, look, Zelma. See, because you talking about one viewer, this Joker jumps on. So thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
And all I gotta say is I don't like mega churches. I don't like the way they have to go out here and make everything seem like whatever they say do, they can do is okay, whatever. Go do you, be you, and live your life. The hell with everything. They're the ones that's answer to judgment.
Yeah, and what I would say is that, like y'all say, it wasn't at a church function. It was at a thing to raise
social
money.
function.
It was a social event, and I understand a lot of people are old fashioned, just like my man Bishop Wooden. And I'm coming to you, Tim Dawg.
Oh Lord,
what he had to say.
I guess you call that a flesh colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher when he defended her dress by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. His words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him. But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs.
Let me say this to you, and I've never said this to a man in 52 years. You got pretty legs, man. Oh, man. And they lanolated.
Yeah, see, so, something is wrong. And we live in a day where people will amen anything. The members of the church screaming amen of her pastor, the first lady, wearing a dress that is designed to make it appear that she's wearing nothing underneath.
Tim Dawg, the question is the backlash that Pastor Jamar Brown is getting unfair or justified in your opinion?
Oh man, it's so unfair because he was looking. He described everything about sitting up there in a dress that appeared to be naked and had some thighs on, and she had that little thing that's sitting around.
No, you stupid.
No,
he
but
for real. He for real.
yeah, but the thing is, why would you go to that length and you're a man of the cloth talking about another man of the cloth's description of his wife? Come on now. Two
And then
wrongs don't
call her
make
a
a right.
$2 whore.
Yeah,
And
I
Yeah,
was
try to
thank
put
you.
it
Oh
up.
no, then he gonna say, I want to talk about her. I was talking about what he said his wife was.
But that's
Come
her,
on,
right?
man. That it doesn't matter. The thing is, it's so hypocritical of him to saying that because it's none of his business.
Because his wife
So
don't look like that.
he
That's
gonna
what it
talk about,
is.
yeah, and not only that, but are you gonna say that about every pastor in the United States who has a beautiful wife and they trying to raise money, make her look good? Come
I
on,
would say,
man.
I would say this, man. You know, it's not just
I'm
him.
like conspiracy brother.
He was one of the most outspoken people that I saw. Then I saw another video, and a lot of people and a lot of my friends too, because when I put the video up that I did, they commented on it and they're saying that the first lady of a church shouldn't dress like that. My thing is, why would you judge that person? Because they probably would be saying the same thing about you in the way that you come to church. So you got to be careful when you say things like that. Now, I have read that he did apologize because conspiracy brother, he said that she was dressed like a $2 hoe.
Yeah.
Whore. I say hoe. $2 whore.
It's the same
Did he
thing.
say two? Did he say two? Did he say two? I mean, so did he overstep with his rebuke of Pastor Brian?
Most definitely he did. Because
Yeah,
again,
come on, man.
you're supposed to be in a place of non-judgment. And the first thing you come out and do is
Thank
judging
you.
both of them
Thank you.
for enjoying their lives.
Hypocritical.
And, you know, that's the problem. Like I say, with religion, it's so much judgment because people want you to follow these certain standards and rules that you can't just freely be yourself and enjoy life the way you see fit. You know what I'm saying? I heard this statement that when you say when you're a man doing business and you want to impress other people, you have a beautiful woman at your side because men were falling over that. Yeah. And
How much money did they raise?
Full of power, and he had his woman looking, you know, the way she needed to look for them to do what they need to do. Look, I don't judge nobody for doing what they do. You do you. If you happy with what you're doing, be happy. And again, I think he's a bit jealous because he ain't never had no piece like that he could carry around and show off like that.
He did, but it was 50 years ago.
He's an old school guy, so he used to doing things where everybody came to church in suits and.
I would say this, man. So we close this out, so we go to our after show. It's the fact that, like you say, Rich brother, church is supposed to be non-judgmental. If you have an issue with how a pastor, I know you probably got his number. Give him a call. And y'all have that conversation.
Thank you.
But put it out there.
Mind
and
your
now,
damn business.
Yeah, then you got people like us discussing your action, which to me, you went overboard. And then the thing about that church he took over is his new birth church in Atlanta. There used to be Pastor Long, and of course, Pastor Long, come to find out he was gay, and he was having sexual relationship with some of his members. And now this situation with
ain't nothing new for no pastor. Shit.
Yeah. So with Pastor Bryant, it's basically that's why they're basically coming at him, because they're trying to say that basically he's pimping his wife, like you say, to do what they got to do. But like I said, the brother speaks the word, and church is supposed to be non-judgmental, but people do judge. We all have an opinion, and nothing else you can do about it. Fellas, man, before we go to our closing statements.
I wouldn't be able to sit one through his sermons. How slow he talked. Man, hey man, spit that shit out, man.
We want to leave today, not tomorrow.
Spit that shit out.
Before we go to our after show, man, we want the people to come back. Our one viewer to come back.
Hey, you can kick Jenkins off though. I don't need him on here.
I would say this, fellas, women, never judge a man, or with the women that judge him right.
I was I was at her place, and she walked in. I was fucking a guy. So that's basically it.
So it ended.
Yeah, because she thought I was gay, but I'm not. I'm not. She's just acting like I was, but I'm not.
She judged him, but we're gonna talk about that in the after show. So,
What the heck?
we're gonna talk about that.
How
in
do
the after
you
show.
get talking about a gay pastor with a dude that say he not gay?
Hold on.
We gotta fix your algorithm. I'm gonna start sending you some videos.
We're talking about that in the after show. That's why I have to preface it. So you see how we, like Donald Trump said, you got to weave that in. See, I went there, then I weaved it into the show. Into the show. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give you something funny, something to think about.
You already did. A funny ass dude to say he's not gay. You already gave him something funny.
Better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? What you got for us this weekend, my man Tim Dog?
I don't have anything special or eccentric to present to the audience tonight, but what I do want to say is that life is short. And I say this all the time, love your family. If there's something wrong with your siblings, try to help them out, regardless of what the situation is, because my wife just buried her aunt, who's her favorite aunt. She's the youngest of the family. And one thing my wife's family do is they celebrate everyone's birthday. I don't care how old you are or who you are. They get together and they celebrate, not everyone, but they come together as a family, celebrate the birthdays and the holidays, potluck. And to me, that is one way of having a family reunion, because someone said today, we need to not have family reunion at funerals. Me personally, I don't know this person, never seen this person, but for me, family reunions are every holiday, every birthday, because families get together. You never know how much time you have. And I say it all the time. Love your family, get together and forgive those that they have problems, or try to help them instead of talking about it. Life is short and time is even shorter. So enjoy it while you have, and if you can, help someone enjoy it as well.
Shout out to social media as well, my brother, so the people can follow
You'll
you.
find me on Instagram, Father's Love 99. It's about me, my grandson, and my son.
That's what I'm talking about, Tim Dog. Tim Dog, you did good tonight because you didn't get one. I mean, Tim Dog, you get them, but you didn't even get one.
Nigga, is you crazy?
Damn, you didn't get one tonight. I need to go home. I need to go buy
the whole show. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I need to go buy a lottery ticket because you usually get
Nigga, is you crazy?
At least once.
And then you'll get a
Negro, please.
No.
Are
you insane?
No, our favorite is this. You right?
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that?
Tim Dog didn't get one tonight.
medicated.
So yeah, shit, boy. This shit must be
wrong with you.
My main man, Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go to our after show? And make sure you shout out your social media as well so the people can follow you, my brother.
All right, fellas. There's one thing that we learn in life is everybody that you fight is not your enemy. And everybody that helps you is not your friend. This is what life teaches you. Pay attention.
You got that right.
On Facebook.
That's what I'm talking about, Pharaoh. Keep dropping the goddamn knowledge. My main man, aka super villain, but I better know him. I know him as the conspiracy brother, because everything got a conspiracy angle, and he's gonna tell it, ladies and gentlemen. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media so the people can follow you as well, my brother.
Shit.
Man, I ain't really got shit for y'all, but it's Friday. You already know what I feel about Friday, man. Go out there, enjoy yourself, be safe, use protection. Call an Uber, call a Lyft, whoever the fuck you got to call. Don't call me. But yeah, just go enjoy yourself. Soul Expression, one of these sides. God damn it, I'm all the way the fuck off. Over here.
Yeah, you are.
And before I go, man, I want y'all to come back. We got 3 viewers now. I want y'all to come back. And this is what we're going to be discussing on our first comeback, because this brother was out there.
I was at her place, and she walked in. I was fucking a guy. So that's basically it. So it ended. Yeah, because she thought I was gay, but I'm not. I'm not. She's just acting like I was, but I'm not.
I'm back for the after shows to hear our response, because women, y'all be jumping to conclusions. And of course,
she was acting like I'm not. She said she was acting like I'm not.
And of course, I don't have anything, ladies and gentlemen. I just thank y'all for tuning in. My man, Zelma, or whatever your name is. Thank you, man. Hopefully you subscribe to our channel, you know. But you can find me at the Man on the Street show. Man, I'll be dropping videos like hotcakes. Oh man, I get a lot of views as well, and I got a lot of followers on my videos. You can also find me at Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel. I just type the shit into AI, what I wanted to do. They make it, I post it up. Ain't that it? It's very easy. But you also catch us every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for the Better Than Sex Sports podcast. I've been drinking. It's starting to kick in now. Every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Ain't nothing new. Every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, we got the Better Than Sex Sports podcast. All we do is talk about sports. And this goddamn Wednesday, Pharaoh King probably gonna have on a goddamn male goddamn cheering outfit on, because this motherfucker happy than a. I ain't gonna say that. He just make sure you come back next Friday night at 8 o'clock.
As long as you keep picking against the opposition, we good.
I told you. Yeah, and I picked the Eagles to win, so you know what's going to happen on Friday.
Oh Lord.
So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check us out next Friday night at 8 o'clock for 2 Cigars and a Blunt. This is where we talk about entertainment, news, and politics. And as you can see, we do that very well. But you want to stick around for our after show called Ashed Out. Oh my goodness. Now, this is the fun part of my day. I love Fridays when we do our after show, because this is when everybody gets the chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Usually we go straight. We will make a right turn. But like my man Tim Dahl famously said, we make that goddamn left, we're going to drive that bitch right off the guy.
Always and forever.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Man on the Street.
Pharaoh King, see you in 10.
What's Moby Dick's dad name? Papa Boner. Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
Hold on before you say it, because I know the show is going to be fucked up. There you go, Tim Dog.
Nigga, you crazy. Nigga,
Negro. You just jealous.
Just gotta be patient, man. That's all you gotta do.
You know you like that shit. You know you like that shit.
Like I said, this is we have a lot of fun. If you're having a bad day, you want a good laugh, this is where you want to get your laugh, you know, except for Tim Dog, because he gonna talk about the animals, the stars,
Papa Boner,
or serial killers. That's his favorite shit. If you don't come
I
back,
don't care if y'all think that's not funny. That shit was hilarious.
That shit funny as hell.
And if you don't come back, just like my main man, Conspiracy Brother, aka Supervillain, said, be safe out there. If you drink and drive, call somebody, but don't call us, because we've been drinking too.